Hey guys, Billy Davidson here with Davidson Pressure Washing and Painting, Hammond, Louisiana. Thanks for joining us in this video. Please like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you'll be notified the next time we go live or upload a new video. In this video, we're going to talk about a job I declined to even put an estimate on. So this gentleman seen one of our yard signs. Guys, we teach a very unique yard sign strategy. If that's something you're interested in learning more about, to get more productivity out of your yard signs, please go check out BillyDavidsonVIP.com. Also, there'll be a link in the description. So as I was saying, I declined to put an estimate on this job. So I'm going to go through the backstory of how this came to be. And perhaps this could help you out if you ever run across anything like this. Basically, the gentleman called me after seeing the yard sign. As usual, we get about a dozen to 15 calls a week just off of our yard sign strategy. And we don't have a lot of yard signs out there, so it's usually only 3 to 5 yard signs that we have out there working in the field at any one given time. So when he told me he seen the yard sign and told me where he seen it, I knew exactly which yard sign it was. So I was able to really track which yard sign is working the best. So that's always a great idea. So he started at telling me that he was looking to have his this metal roof cleaned. This was a phone conversation. He said he was going to send me a couple pictures, which he never did. So in the initial conversation, I asked him the color of the roof, the pitch of it, the approximately size of it, just to kind of give him a ballpark figure on the metal roof before we even schedule an appointment. Oftentimes, I will give a customer a general idea of what a roof cleaning project will cost them before we schedule the appointment. And that kind of filters out the people that are just calling for curiosity. So guys, we look at a lot of jobs a week, dozens of them. And if I can kind of filter out the people that are just curious or just trying to budget this in for future, then it kind of saves us an entire scheduled appointment. In addition to that, this guy was about 25 minutes in the wrong direction. So I figured, we would go ahead and give him a price over the phone. And it was within a couple $100. I told him that, give or take $150 to $200. He was totally on board with it. Told him I would definitely have to walk the property and meet with him out there before I can give him an exact dollar figure. So within this same phone conversation, I asked him about the color of the roof and some other physical properties of the roof, the age of it, the approximately size, that sort of thing. And I right away knew that this roof probably was full of oxidation. And I brought that up to him. I told the gentleman that there's 2 different cleaning processes on these type of metal roofs, given the color and approximate age. One could be the organic growth. Obviously, that is something we definitely see in these video clips. But in addition to that, I knew right away that it was probably full of oxidation. So I wanted to try to educate the customer on the phone a little bit before we even get out there and schedule that appointment, that if it's an oxidation removal, then the price is tremendously much higher and it's a total different process of cleaning this roof. So as I let the customer describe exactly what his roof was doing, he assured me that there was 0 oxidation on the roof and it was all organic growth. And he started to try to educate me, saying that my process of cleaning the organic growth off the roof would remove any oxidation if it was present. But there again, he was still being very adamant that there was no oxidation on the roof. He said he had actually gotten up there some years back with a pressure washer and pressure washed the roof and it came out like new. So as the conversation went on with the customer, I could kind of start to tell right away that this was one of these Mr. Know-it-alls. And, I got 27 years of experience and cleaned thousands and thousands of metal roofs and shingle roofs. And I knew right away that it was probably full of oxidation. I went ahead and set the appointment with him. And on the way out there, I was looking over my notes that we had had with the phone conversation with the gentleman. It had been several days in the past because we were so booked up bidding and working on other jobs. And so we scheduled him out to come look at it. So I was looking over the notes. And we actually, when we went to turn into this driveway, let me back up a second. We passed his driveway up. For one, his directions was not very well. And the GPS didn't really track it too well. He didn't even have a mailbox out front. It was several things. So we ended up passing it up. We did a U-turn. And I knew right away from the highway, I said, if that's the roof, then that's full of oxidation. And that customer did not know what he was talking about. So I really just wanted to keep going at that point. I was like, this is going to not come out good. But we went ahead and pulled in. He was actually waiting on us. He seen our truck. He was standing out in his drive. So we pulled in there, hopped out, shook hands, meet and greet, that sort of thing, handed him some print material, started walking the property with him. And at that point, about the third sentence out of my mouth, I was like, sir, this roof is full of oxidation. Guys, let me know as soon as this video clip started if you seen the oxidation on it too, because I seen it from the highway. And right then and there, I knew that the customer was just doing something that was not normal. Now, let me back up and say most of our customers, I mean, when I say most, I would say nearly 100% of our customers that we go visit with or talk to on the phone don't act like this. You know, they very respective of what we're doing, the knowledge that we got, and our expertise. And this gentleman was totally different. He started telling me that when I soft wash his roof to remove the organic growth, that all the oxidation was going to come off. Unless I'm missing something, this has never happened in the past. Anytime I soft wash a roof, the oxidation is on there still. Now, I'll remove all the organic growth, obviously, but the oxidation is an entire different cleaning process. And he was just schooling me on the oxidation was going to come off if there was any there. And he kept saying there was no oxidation. So at this point, I knew this was a lost cause. Told the gentleman that I would get back with him and provide him with an estimate, which I'm not because, just the way he acted, that sort of thing. In addition to that, when we went to leave, I was walking back to my truck after telling him have a good day. You know, we'd be in touch with him. He still trailed me all the way back to the truck. Basically, I got in my truck and was about to leave. And he was standing at the window, still schooling me on the oxidation removal and telling me that the roof was going to look like new and trying to get me to agree that the oxidation was going to come off when I did the soft wash treatment on it. And I kept reassuring him. I was like, sir, I can remove all the organic growth, but the oxidation is still going to be present. That is an entire different cleaning process, which is probably 5 times as much as just soft washing the roof because we're using different chemicals. Sometimes we have to scrub, that sort of thing. It's a total different process. If you ever did oxidation removal on a home like this, it's just not a few hours worth of work. If you go in and treat it with a soft wash solution, that's a few hours worth of work. But if you're doing oxidation removal, this could go into a day and a half to 2 days doing this major roof. In addition to that, it had debris all over it, that sort of thing. That's not that big of a deal, getting the pine straw off. But at this point, I kind of about had it with the customer. I was running late for my next appointment. And I don't mind spending a lot of time with the customers, educating them. Like I've said before, it's their money, it's their home, it's their decision. But at some point, it's my decision too, not to take the job. And this is a job I'm not providing him with an estimate. Actually, I contacted him already. I said, you might want to look for some other contractors. I don't think this job fits into our schedule, and our crew don't really want to mess with it. My crew was with me when we were looking at this job. They seen the interaction I was having with the customer, and it wasn't all that pleasant. Things didn't get out of hand. I was just being stern with them, let them know that the oxidation removal is a different process. So at this point, we're not going to deal with the customer anymore. He's going to probably contact someone else in the area. I feel for him because once they run across this customer, I can only imagine if someone just new starting out would take a job like this and let the customer dictate to them the terms and conditions of this cleaning process. It could be a bad deal for the contractor. This can end up you walking off the job, not being paid, or perhaps a small claims against you in the court. So guys, sometimes these jobs we just can't do. We don't want to deal with the customer. And the more I think about it, it's probably why the roof is like it is now. He's probably had the other people look at it. And there's some great soft wash guys in my area. A lot of them are my friends, So I know we're all on the same page as far as pricing and cleaning processes. So guys, you have to be looking out for some of these customers out there. Some of these Mr. Know-It-Alls, they think they know it all. But in actuality, they're completely wrong about our cleaning processes, our pricing, and that sort of thing. So guys, anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it helps. Remember, cleaning metal roofs is totally different than cleaning shingle roofs, and you have to be on the lookout for this oxidation. So please like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell, and leave a comment below. Let me know what you think about this particular cleaning project, if you would have passed it up, or if you would have just went ahead and tried to take it. Again, I'm Billy Davidson here with BillyDavidsonVIP.com, and I hope to see you in the next video.